uh, but yeah, so that is those general events tied up for the year. The final two roles that I have to do are the general consensus on how accepted your religion, like the new pantheons, are doing, which, let's see here. You guys have tenacity, a whole bunch of it actually.
I've got 3%.
Yeah, you guys are all doing. Yes, you guys are all doing very well. Okay. So a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. So cool thing is, Kenna and Jacob dumped points into wealth, so you guys are able to pay off some problems that arose. First of all, there was a huge earthquake in Leoville that essentially saw a good chunk of the city destroyed, but with partial funding from donations and stuff, your religions were able to essentially help the people kind of boost themselves up and keep Leoville intact well, which gained you guys a whole bunch of favor. And then the bad news is it seems that there was a very, very dark pact of Adviticus within Leoville, and they actually went on kind of a mass killing spree during that time period. And there is a very strong fear factor of Adviticus now, which is essentially what he wants. The more fear of him, the better.
Yeah.
So, that being said, no stats or anything change like that, but just to let you know that the people of Leoville basically fear Adviticus about as much as they reverence you at this current time period.
You got to get a good like propaganda team together to.
Yep. And that's what the conversion point posters.
Is.
Yep.
Join the crusade. Defeat the Lich.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it was for a while. It was just you guys basically doing that and like showing how you guys are like on the front lines fighting these undead army, and then you're still helping out back at home, but then a whole bunch of people still died back at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then there was some like belief that like maybe Adviticus caused the earthquake. So
maybe.
It was not him.
Yeah, it's not really in his purview.
No, it was just a geological thing that happened, and he had nothing to do with it, but his followers definitely jumped on that and took credit for it.
Naturally.
Yep. So that is all for that. Moving on to a little bit closer to actual gameplay. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss about this time-lapse year period before we continue on with today's full session?
How would you like me to get my religion character sheet to you? So you.
If you want to like text it to me, or if you want to throw it on Discord, any of those will work just fine. Primarily, it's mostly for you, but me having it's helpful.
Okay.
Because my roles aren't affected by your stuff too much, only when I ask you things.
What's your conversion protection, Kenna?
Plus 15%.
Holy shit! You
put
up the turtle shell. I got 12.
Yeah, like with your guys' bonus, with what I rolled, like I would have had to roll like so different just to have a bad effect happen. Like, because it's actually like it's a tiered chart. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't even get in the realm of something bad potentially happening to you guys.
Just get that shit out. A zombie apocalypse, that's weak sauce.
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, the really funny thing about this, do you guys remember how Leoville started?
Mm-mm.
You guys cleared out a plague.
Yeah, plague.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, you cleared out the Ashheart plague.
No more. Never again.
Yep. Like, you guys had, like, holy water just sitting around.
And I'm out on an island. I'm like, no.
You're like, fuck zombies. Everyone can come live on my island if they need to.
I run a zombie crew. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I can't remember. Is Jacobs actually undead?
No.
Okay. I was gonna ask you that last time and I completely forgot to. Because there are a couple of reasons.
I've thought about it, like making a deal with Pierce to like kind of be undead, like
Yeah.
some form,
Yep.
like some kind of daywalker thing going on. But
Yeah, I mean, that's in his wheelhouse these days.
but
Um,
no, not yet. If it needs, I'm like I get by as immortal human.
Good. Good. Give me just 2 seconds. If anybody needs to go potty or grab a drink, now's a good time.
I'm going to go grab a drink.
I'll be right.
I think I'll do the same.
Yeah.
I'm back. Justin, are you here?
Hello.
All right. Is all the humans back?
Present.
Yep, I'm here.
So just you?
I heard Mike say something a second ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay. Okay, so. All right. So this next part is going to be a little bit of a
Whew.
a meetup. So after the essential year has gone by, you guys kind of hit your time period of when you've agreed to meet back up. You guys meet back up in Leoville, or actually, realistically, the Southern Hook makes the most sense
Yeah.
geographically, located wise.
Expedition.
Yep. You guys have had quite the year. It's been quite busy. Everything you guys have been doing, it's been kind of nonstop, which doesn't really affect you, obviously, because you're God. So it's not like you get exhausted or anything. But coming up to this point, you guys have all kind of dreaded it because you're all kind of in the middle of doing stuff. So having to pause it to go do something else is a little bit probably annoying, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, your commanders can step in and fill that role. You all have a very powerful and, in general, wise general that can step in and fill your boots at least enough to, not let things crumble apart.
I've never met your generals. Who do you got working for you?
My sister.
Oh yeah. What can she do? She like you?
Sister.
Master of everything?
Something like that, yes.
Oh. I bet you two get shit done.
Indeed, one could say that.
I believe you've all met Gisela, one of the few creatures who rivals my own strength.
Storm Giant, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh.
Magnificent.
That's a hell of a companion. I mean, I can't remember if you all have met my fellow captain.
Blood Queen? Yeah, we met her when we fought the,
East below.
yeah, that thing. Big water monster.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah, and in general, it's assumed that you guys use your generals as messengers for
Right.
very specific things.
Rock met Bella a while back.
Yep. You
Freaking
guys.
Fought her.
10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But at least she's not called Bella Blood Whisper anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
dropped that that moniker for some reason. I don't know why.
seems to draw negative attention for some reason.
It'd be like Bloom Whisper or something. Less sinister.
Actually, that brings up a different thing. Rock, how do you spell your Frost Giant's name? Can never remember. Keep forgetting to put it on this token. And your Storm Giant's name, not Rock Giant.
Yep. Hang on 1 second, because I forget the spelling too.
No peasant rock giant.
Literally. No, that's a Hill Giant.
Yeah, the hill giants.
Hill Giants will still or the Rock Giants will still fuck you up.
Yeah. But storm giants.
Yep.
Definitely the coolest.
Oh, yeah, by far.
There we go.
Gisela. Like stratosphere?
Yep.
Nice.
Oop, there we go. There.
She, when she fights, it looks more like she's just dancing. Where she got the nickname.
Dancing like lightning across the sky.
Like a really bloody ballet.
Nice.
All right. So on this page, can everyone see all the names and stuff?
Yep.
Okay. Tired of not having that pop up.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to have the title screen proper. So there. You guys meet back up to discuss plans, and the first thing that comes to mind is that you guys have to discuss whether you're just going to sail across the ocean in the Dreadpool, or if you guys are going to try and use like an airship, or what you guys want to do exactly to attempt to reach this new Dragon Isle.
If Rock
Also-
gets a vote, he votes sail, because the last time we were in an airship, it fell out of the sky.
I mean, there's also that,
To be fair, we were fighting a god at the time, but that's not to discredit the point.
Jacobs also has the information about the disturbance in the water as well, so
How fast is the Dreadpool?
it's about 3 times faster than any other ship that exists.
I mean, like, yeah, obviously. I feel like the Dreadpool is the obvious choice because it's
to
awesome.
clarify, the Dreadpool actually flies. It doesn't so much as like
It
float.
can float though, if it wants to. Right.
Yes, I mean it doesn't exist in any particular realm fully, so it like can just drive through waves, for instance,
Do whatever it wants.
and the ship chooses if it wants to be hit by the wave or not,
Right.
because it is a magical creature or a magical object.
Yeah, I see no reason why we wouldn't.
Good, I
Bring
see no
Dreadpool.
reason as well.
The Dreadpool is a magnificent artifact.
Too gracious. of you to
The
say so.
only reason why I suggest that is because of the general ominous and evil feel of the ship, because it is a very, very powerful magical artifact.
It's about that. It's cool.
And like, for those of you that aren't fully embracing of the evil, there are like the hanging people off the riggings and stuff that are just ghosts and stuff.
Past that.
Oh, can't those just be guys like that are like undead that are still alive? Like just kind of like still hanging
I
there.
feel like does that make it worse?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I was gonna say that's probably actually what it is, and that's probably why it's so awful, because they're probably still moaning every now and then. Like they probably spend the night moaning.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, quiet up there.
Yep.
Yeah, because in the moonlight they appear undead, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that's exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
During the day they're just corpses. During the night they're moaning corpses.
Yep. And I'm just like, hey, don't make me come up there and gag you.
Yeah.
I already ripped your tongues out.
For me, the magnificence of a sentient multi-planar ship is much outweighs the aesthetic. That doesn't even like register.
And I'm pretty sure both Rock and Kenna can actually talk to the ship.
I was gonna say Rock speaks Sylvan.
Yeah, you both speak Sylvan, so.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Do I talk to the ship or not?
No.
Okay.
You don't have Sylvan. Like it creaks all the time for you, and you really have no idea why it seems to creak very like adamantly to your conversations.
Do I know it's at least sentient? Like I know
Yes.
it's I know it's alive.
Yeah, you know that it talks.
Okay.
You just don't understand it.
Gotcha.
You're just like, hey, stop talking back.
Yeah. We're going this way. I don't care.
Yep. Yeah, like the ship is like built out of your personality, so it's like it argues with you just for the sake of arguing with you.
All right. Cool.
Or like I mentioned, it decides if it wants to be hit by a wave, so there'll be times where you'll be standing on the bow of the ship and then
Splash.
or no, yeah, exactly.
What?
Yep, exactly. So those of you that actually talk to the ship does have an intelligence of 18, so it's quite smart. So you can
respectable.
Yeah, so it's actually it's lived a long time, so
1 sec, I'll get back. I mean, you
no problem. It's actually kind of more important for Kenna and Rock because you guys can actually understand the ship. So the one thing that the ship will actually mention to you guys, she's not much of a talker, so she's not constantly talking to you guys because it does take a lot of effort for her to talk. She mentions about the dangers of the Eastern waters because there is, like, if you guys go overboard and she can't immediately save you, there could be anything that could swallow you up. So the idea of going to the east is quite thrilling, but it is incredibly dangerous because anything that could potentially exist probably does exist out there.
I'll ask the ship. Do you think there is anything there that could damage or destroy you?
Yes, the Dreadpool still can take damage by powerful forces. It's just it takes an incredible amount of damage to truly deal damage to her. She's not like ethereal like the floating ship when he summons it.
Right, yeah.
She is a physical ship still. Yep, and anything that deals either force damage, psychic damage, direct elemental damage, it's not full damage, but it's still damage.
I will endeavor to protect the vessel while possible. Commenting.
Okay.
I guess that question. For my planar abilities, does the ship count as an ally? Like, can it be affected by my buffs?
No, because it is an object.
Okay.
It's effectively an object.
Yeah.
Okay. before we get out, like, deep in sea, there's one thing I would like to do with Jacobs
Okay, what's that?
when he gets back. I want to challenge him to a swimming race.
A swimming race?
He's the god of the sea. I want to see if I can beat him.
I mean, he can just
Oh.
run on top of the water.
Well, if it's
I'd still
swimming,
try to race him.
is swimming athletics?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, okay, hold on then.
You have to actually swim. Sure.
Yeah. Like, are you gonna actually swim, or are you just gonna run on top of the water? Because it's two different things here.
well,
Rock can't run on
Or
water.
run
I would
through.
start swimming and then being a pirate, I would cheat once I started losing. But I would actually drink a potion first and get my strength at least up to 25, and then do it.
Okay.
I'll document this as a tale of mythology.
Do I get any buffs from the sea?
Yeah. Like, okay. Like, you, as a god of the sea. So, like, we discussed. I did kind of mention this before. Like, so you guys aren't powerful enough to where you just guys have full effects of like controlling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's generally assumed in things in your portfolios that can affect you. Like, for instance, I'm not going to say write it in your stat block you can walk on water. We can just assume you can walk on water and things like that. Like, you can move at your full speed in the water, however you want to do it. So, like, the ocean could just propel you while you're taking a nap on top of the water if you want.
Okay.
Rock would still try to race him.
God of primal nature, challenging the god of the sea.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where you could, like, as the god of storms, for instance.
Right.
Well, that's what I mean. We don't need to
Like-
get our powers involved in this yet.
I was gonna say,
I will
like-
just drink a potion and try and outswim him at first, and then when I start losing, then I'll get a boost from the sea.
So to clarify, Kenna, so essentially it starts off with a good jest in a competition, and it ends up in a catastrophe and typhoons
Yep.
and
Yep.
Excellent. It wouldn't be a good story without
Yep.
that.
like there is now a hurricane that is obliterating the desert of Alikor now because of this.
Like, damn it, Rock. Why didn't you just accept defeat?
To be fair, he can't quite call down a hurricane, or Rock can't.
You guys used enough of your guys' powers like
Yeah.
constantly, like that would definitely cause that.
Yep.
Like, you guys are actual divine forces. Like, for instance, like your like abilities will generally cause the ocean to act up in general. Like, while you may not be doing it on purpose, the world will just succumb to your power.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to see if I could, like, actually beat the god of the sea.
No, I mean, this was a good time for you to actually see kind of what your powers are like. And this is actually a good learning lesson for all of you.
Why
that's
couldn't you
so
have just challenged me to a drinking competition or something? There'd be less destruction of the land.
Well, it'll make a good story.
It
good,
will.
Good PR.
It will. It will. We swam so damn hard. We changed the landscape.
Wham is very loosely, because I'm sure after a while, Rock was probably just running across the water too, because of God.
Strength.
Yep.
I was gonna
He's
say,
punching the water so hard, he's.
There you go.
I rolled an athletics check. I rolled a 30.
Yeah, I mean, like,
All right. Well, hold on.
like, 5th edition don't have rules for that. This isn't like 3rd edition where I'm like, well, let's see what the check is to run on water, because that's a real thing.
Play a
Yeah.
DC.
Well,
50.
I got a 21 only.
Okay, so our powers absolutely get involved.
Yep.
Got it. Because
Okay.
Jacobs initially starts losing.
Yep. I was like, hey, no, never mind. You'll win for 6 more seconds.
And
Okay. I thought it'd be cool to try.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, that's a good idea.
So like afterwards, we're like, well, all right, since we never actually determined a finish line or any rules or anything, we have no idea who won, and we'll pick this up another time.
Yeah, you guys end with you guys, like, standing on the dragon turtle watching, like, the hurricane that's decimating Alikor.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Oops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real loss. It's already been decimated by undead for over a year.
Right. So
Well, I mean, if you look at the map, though, the problem is like on like Jacob's side, where you guys most likely are doing this, is like the not fucked up side.
Oops.
Well, like here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could theoretically say, but you probably don't want to do that because the supply ships are down there. So I was assuming you're probably more up this area.
Oh, sure. No, there's nobody that lives up there anyway.
It was probably like a race to this island or something.
and then we blew past that island, and then it was
Yeah,
a race to the
yeah.
next island.
Yeah, no, that island's actually over here now.
Yep. So, and then then it turned into like a race around the big 3 islands, or some shit.
For the sake of this is like a really actual thing is like, yeah, actually, this settlement was not destroyed in the process. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, all right. Next time we do that out in the open sea.
You guys like Kenna's taking notes of like, okay, hindsight.
Oh, you fucking hooker!
Okay, I'm sufficiently warmed up. We can go on the boat ride now.
all right, all right. That was fun. That was fun.
Went on a lap around the kiddie pool.
Yep.
The big
So-
fish.
As you guys discuss plans, so you're gonna take the dread pool out there. I'm assuming Jacobs brings up the potential awakened creature thing.
Oh, yes, I do. But also in the year, who had the scale or the little model of my ship that, you see everything that's happening?
Van Hollow.
Van Hollow.
Yep. He was
Alright.
now under the direct protection of Pierce because he gave up his divinity
Okay, so
to Pierce.
I could potentially go make a little deal with him and get that.
Not likely, but you could try if you have something clever enough and good enough trade for him. The answer is yes.
All right. Well then, I will put that in the air that I wish to speak to him about acquiring an artifact in his possession.
Yeah, I mean he already knows. You mentioned that last time you guys were there. You're like, hey, give him my ship,
Gotcha.
and he was like, no. But I mean now he might,
Yeah.
he might trade you.
All right. So, all right. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. But that's something.
Yeah, I mean
want.
that's something me and you could just talk about on
Right.
our own. too.
Exactly. Right. So I just wanted to let you know that I pursued that in the year, if
Okay.
a little bit. I know
Good
a
call.
year isn't a lot of time for a god, but it was in there.
Yeah, I mean just pop in big. Hey, all my stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So now you guys talking. This is probably more of a role play for the 3 of you guys. One thing to note, actually, that actually before when you guys meet up, Pierce actually is unable to make it. Once again, he is indisposed, and actually Khalil is unable to attend this time as well because they are actually both quite busy.
What are they doing?
Not off the top of your head, but they send an emissary, and you can choose to take his assistance or not. So you guys haven't seen it yet, but Pierce's new power is he actually can call upon the assistance of one of his followers, which is a adult silver shadow dragon. So if you guys would like the assistance of a dragon, he cannot shape change like the others because of his summoned condition, but he can provide combat assistance.
Oh, like for this thing?
For this adventure, yes. He is a huge dragon, so if you would like him to tag along, he absolutely will, because his death means nothing if he dies. He just gets unsummoned.
What are the size scales again? Like, what's the largest? Is that thing bigger
Huge.
than the largest?
It's 3x3.
He's huge, 3x3.
Okay.
The worst that could happen.
So I'm just wondering, like, what the agent dragons are.
They're 5x5.
Yep, they're colossal still.
Oh, the ancients are colossal. So then, what is that? A custom?
What is
The
the dragon?
the giant, the dragon of the South Wind.
That's
Oh
something
yeah,
you
that's my
don't
own thing.
have a miniature for,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's something you wouldn't have a miniature for. Gotcha.
because it's like bigger than a city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. That's what I wasn't sure if D&D had a scale for something that big.
No.
Okay.
Like the problem is like with the getting rid of the Colossal Plus and Colossal Plus Plus from third edition, they pretty much tried to limit everyone to 5x5 creatures, which is just stupid and I'll never do.
Okay. No, I wasn't. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't even does Colossal Plus Plus even like cover city-sized things?
Colossal Plus Plus, yes. The Colossal Plus Plus is like the Zigzacal, which is like the size of a mountain, like a literal mountain.
Zigzacal. That sounds neat. All right. Cool. Cool.
I mean, I'm not saying you guys are gonna encounter one at some time, but
Well, now that I know it exists, I want to.
I mean, you're going to.
Yay!
That is already pre-planned.
I'm
Like
gonna have it eat me.
you would.
Probably pretty easy.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't take much effort.
And then I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna find like all 12 of its hearts and stab them all.
That's not very nice.
Well, I mean, if we're fighting it, if we're not fighting it, then no, I won't have that happen. Or I won't do that.
Anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. So Shadow Silver Dragon.
Yeah, so he'll basically accompany you. So unlike Kaleo, who can actually give you real advice, he's just a combat companion, basically.
What the fuck is this now?
That's the Zigzacal. And those are ancient white dragons flying around him.
Cool.
And he basically he has an eternal storm, so there's like eternal blizzard that goes out for like 10 miles from his location at all times, which drops 1 foot per hour of snow constantly.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's an awesome creature.
Primordial epic level creatures. Anyways, that being said, yeah, so you guys have a basically an eye in the sky if you guys would like, and combat companion. But so would you guys like to role play the discussion of what you're gonna do?
Of what you're gonna do, brother. All right. What are we gonna do?
Song pop in his head, and he
Oh, we're
doesn't
looking-
know where it came from, but he's gonna start singing "Chicken on a Raft."
They're looking for the
Brock, how
dragon.
do you know Chicken on a Raft? That's from my time.
I don't know. Something about being on a boat in the water. Don't know. Chicken on a Raft popped in my head.
Huh. Must be one of those songs. Anyway. Sorry, Kenna. You were saying.
Yes, our mission.
Yeah, we're going to the Dragon Isle, right?
Yes. Any idea or sense of what we might be facing across the vast, unknowable depths of your domain, Captain?
Sorry. There's stuff going on. What was the last thing?
Vast, unknowable depths of your domain? Question mark. Anything that we might face that you're aware of?
Well, according to Greg, the liar, the dragon turtle, said there's any number of things that could be even dangerous for a god, but nothing really too finite that I know of.
Nothing to worry about.
Dragons and the such.
Rock goes, my guess, tentacles, teeth,
Yeah,
big glowing eyes,
crush.
unhappy.
Lots of crushing, lots of piercing, lots of digesting.
Hmm.
The usual. Oh, and then of course, there's probably going to be some psychic buffoonery.
Maybe some aboleths.
Yes, I mean that's kind of a given. I'm assuming aboleth, kraken, variety.
It's been a while since I've talked to an aboleth.
So,
Yeah, they usually just talk in you, don't they?
Hmm.
Rocky's
Depends.
gonna start telling like old sailor stories from his time, from his and Kenna's time, about giant primordial monsters of the sea that probably have no correlation to anything going on now, but it's his only frame of reference.
They'd be like, no, that's probably right. Those could be out there.
There is, of course, that curious encounter we had with the Doomsayer.
Mm.
If you remember that, he
Yes.
seemed to be affiliated with the Beast Below, and
Did you say there was more of them, or like the beast below
he
was
seemed
like
to think
a
that it
small
was
one?
coming back or
I think this beast
undefeated.
below was
I
just
mean,
like
it was only 600 feet tall.
I think he said that was just like a herald or just a small, just
Child
yeah,
spawn.
exactly. That there'd be another. So maybe the the little kid beast below went and told his big brother on us, and he's come to beat us up.
Well, if that's the case, can we get Pierce to send one of those like war Goliath skeletons again? Because that was awesome.
Well,
Yes.
if it is larger, then it would probably make short work of that.
Mm.
I'll take all the help I can get.
If we do encounter something like that, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing that we should bother trying to kill out in the depths of the ocean, that where its domain is.
Right.
Big brain on Kenna. Right. Right, as always.
It'd be interesting to study, certainly, but I see no reason why.
I'm sure you'll be able to study its pursuing and hunting abilities as it's chasing us down.
I imagine that I will, yes.
All right.
Should prove quite enlightening.
So we're going to the Dragon Isle, and there's something that has awakened out there, and
How
it is
exciting.
somewhat
So-
near the Dragon Isle. Do you think it is going to intercept us?
Oh, most
Well.
likely. You're the god of luck. You tell me. What are our odds?
Oh boy!
Tell me the odds.
So the odds, if we
I-
try to avoid it, I think we have the skill to avoid it, to skirt around, to get by it, with minimal effort, with the minimal encounter. However, I don't wish to put that much effort.
I think we should avoid it, but not that much.
Right.
Question: are any of you bringing the amulet from the cultist with you, or did you leave that in one of your safety boxes?
Amulet. What amulet
What
was that?
exactly? That was
You guys,
what I was.
you guys took the amulet from the cultist or the Doomsayer.
Is it in the?
Oh, it was the amulet of like the far realm
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
I probably have that in well, at some place. I assume that I ferreted it away somewhere. We'll say I put it in my Liam and secret chest, which is stashed on the ethereal plane that I can access. I will.
Okay.
So
Is there anybody
is
specific we're supposed to be talking to?
not
on
with
Dragon
us, but
Anyone supposed to be talking to what?
Isle? Is there anybody we're supposed to be talking to on the Dragon Isle specifically?
a dragon.
No,
Yeah.
you guys don't know. You guys have to ask questions. No one this isle just appeared. No one knows what's actually on it fully.
I thought we
The
got
shaman lady told you that she knows that there is a dragon on there that knows the location of the Temple of Havakor.
Okay.
But she doesn't know his name or
I totally
anything.
forgot about the Temple of Havakor.
Location of the Temple of Havakor, which we will then go to find out information about the lunar dragon.
Yep.
Because we know where it is, but it's like protected. We don't know how to like get there, right?
Okay, I know what Rock is going to be doing the remainder of the trip when we're not actively discussing, hey, we should be doing this thing. Rock's going to be telling Jacobs every story of Havakor he knows.
Okay. Cool. What's Havakor?
Havakor was the god of chaos and Rock's patron deity.
Why chaos? I mean, it sounds fun, but you don't seem like a chaotic. Well, okay, you do. Never mind. That explains a lot.
In our age, there were 4 greater gods, the representing the axis of good, evil, law, and chaos.
Exactly. And I 100% tell him about the time that Havocor personally brought me back to life.
Wow.
Yes, when you were killed due to your own idiocy.
That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
To be fair, I did kill 2 of those fuckers.
Oh, 2 for 1, huh?
Indeed, you did.
It's a 2
That
for
one
1.
This,
guy I obliterated.
For context, he challenged 6. Not sure of the age, but at least adult dragons to a fight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, in doing so, there was a miscommunication. The dragons said, "Come at me when you're ready," and a barbarian's always ready. So I attacked him.
Other people weren't ready.
Oh.
No one else was ready.
Yeah,
Far ahead.
yeah, I actually was there for that one. Not Jacob's, but my
Yep.
vampire.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if you personally remember.
I am now. I do now. Like after the like, wait, is
Yeah.
this that? This is that.
That was a rough fight.
Yeah.
I think there was a stampede of woolly rhinoceri in that fight.
Mhm.
Yes.
There's
Yeah,
a
that was-
stampede of woolly rhinoceri in a lot of fights.
That was the main one, I think.
Yeah, but I remember that was kind of a big trounce.
That was the time that Rock rolled a crit hit with that massive Warhammer.
And did like a bajillion damage.
Yeah, it was like 150 damage in a round.
So now,
insane.
now you're just talking about you're regaling what you did before you died. Oh, I was a flurry in battle until.
Right, and then I got immolated by a red dragon. Personally, what god was that who weighed my soul?
Osiris.
Yeah. He weighed my soul, and then I got an audience with Havocor, which was incredible, and I go on about how Havocor was so mighty and so vast that I couldn't see over his shoes.
So can't you do that now though? Appear like that to a mortal?
Oh, haven't tried.
Sizes yet.
Avakar was a greater deity.
Oh.
I think the power balance is obviously more complicated than this, but approximately 1/4 of the power of all current gods.
1/4 of the power of all.
So a lot.
Yes. Like wow. So if you would take all the power of them all, cram them together, cut off 1/4 of that, he is that.
Put it in
A lot.
grossly simplistic terms, yes.
Hey, I don't call you gross and simple.
At least not while you're here.
Yeah.
Because that would be incorrect.
All right. It's fine. Anyway, sounds like you two had quite the time, had quite the battle before the whole time skip.
When it comes to talking to dragons, I'm gonna leave that to Kenna. I've already messed up once. That's enough for 10 lifetimes. I got a friend of mine killed, so won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, I think in most situations we should leave the talking to Kenna. Unless, we run into someone where they just hate her outright. It's like, okay, maybe you should.
Or the inverse.
Yes, or the inverse. I'm sure there's people that you also dislike.
Well, I'm happy.
My hatred is reserved for the most odious of creatures in the multiverse.
Who's that? I'm curious now.
Well, Aviticus is the first that comes to mind.
I was gonna say I'm happy to talk to Aviticus for you.
Nice.
Many obscene hand gestures.
And there was that Alikori, what's his name? The Sultan. Didn't much like him.
I can't remember his
He
name.
was a dick.
He was a dick.
He's a fucking dick.
Rock's just like, I totally forgot that guy.
So are we on the boat? Are we?
So you're still in Southern Hook.
Oh my God! Get on the boat.
Yeah, I figured we were talking while we were.
Oh, I
Sailing.
thought we were on the boat.
Yeah,
My bad.
same. I thought you were talking
No.
while
We were
sailing.
discussing what your plan was first.
What's our plan?
Our plan is to start sailing and then talk about what our plan is.
All
That's
right,
what
get on
our
the
initial plan
goddamn
was.
ship.
Okay, so I mean, you guys are. That sounds about right.
So I realize we're all just doing all this while like kind of holding something on the dock and just sitting about. Like, wait a minute, we haven't even set sail yet. What the fuck?
So it's been like 4 days before you finally like snap on. You just like look over the ocean. You're like, oh, I can't wait to be out there. Wait, why aren't we out there?
Yeah. All right, everyone, set the fucking sails.
And you realize you guys have been standing in the middle of the dock, so everyone has been like having like load stuff around you guys.
It's fine. It's their job.
But everyone that's doing it is, really lucky and.
And doesn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
Because like your gods and everyone else on the ship is undead, they really don't have to load much supplies.
Oh no, what will we eat?
Like, and I'm not even kidding. Like a majority of the time, like 60% of your crew is just hauling empty crates to make it look like they're working.
So they don't get yelled at.
Yeah.
Slackers.
Awesome. Or
Like,
shot.
and you know this, like,
Yeah.
so like every once in a while you test one of them by like preparing to like talk to them and ask them how like what's inside the crate, and then you see to hear what their story is.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. So I didn't even do that while we're during those 4 days. Hey, watch this, Rock.
Oh yeah, and you probably do that to like 3 or 14 people.
Yeah. They come up with something crazy. I bet. Or like, let's bet. Let's take bets on what they come up with to put in the crate, or what's in the empty crate.
Yeah, like if you actually like listed off like what you probably have on your boat, they say you have like bricks of adamantine, basilisk egg, just things that are very fragile that you don't want to like drop or set down or open up. Oh, you guys still there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be like a minute. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were on the boat just sailing and bullshitting while we were sailing. My bad.
No, you guys just kind of like jumped forward and
Well,
kept talking.
Is there any other reason for to not start?
Yeah. There's events happening. I had to explain to you guys what's going on.
Okay.
But I'll wait till Mike's back. Because you guys are going to sail past Alicor.
Yes.
You guys have any questions while we're waiting?
No, I need to write up some. I need to do more with my general. I feel like I think that's on me. So I've got to figure out how to better incorporate her.
It's like the one problem like with this campaign is because we play every 3 weeks, it's hard to like do like the side characters and stuff. Get them involved enough. That's why I try to like not have your generals do too much. They basically just fill in for you guys, that way we don't have to keep track of all the minutia stuff. That's what they're for.